So I'm gonna camp hapa kwa survival mode for a while. I'm not sure, but the main reason why survival mode, this is one of the biggest areas in my life that everything changed, like the foundations za everything I know now na vitu zenye nilipitia. Like this is where I started breaking that mindset. So ukiangalia survival mode, so it's either you are activated, it's a fight or flight, but mostly it's activated ukiwa na trauma, abuse, extreme poverty, diseases, chronic illnesses, I mean anything yenye inakupeleka to a too much extreme. So survival mode, mostly watu wako in survival mode wana deal na low self esteem, low self worth, ngumu kutrust watu, like the world is against you, vitu kaa hizo, plus uko na a victim mentality. So what happens is that mse akiwa survival mode, it's hard kuwapea advice or to communicate to them well, juu most of the times it's perceived as a threat. You see, lazima uwakujie in a very funny, like not funny, in a way yenye iko very soft, like you cannot like go head on. And me personally, I'm very glad that the church yenye nilikuwa naishi there, me na huo pastor, we prayed every single day. So umse alikuwa almost 7 years na, so umse alikuwa ananijua inside out, and this is one of the things yenye alinisaidia ku break through, juu yeye mwenyewe alipitia the same thing. It looks different in different people, but umse alikuwa amebuild a very successful business, alikuwa amebuild a very successful construction company. Na nikibonga kuhusu construction company, I'm talking about billions na. So hakuwa mse tu anajenga nyumba hivi kiasi. Umse like hakuenda shule for construction. Alifanya construction through I don't know how you call it. It's through not entrepreneur, something like where you watch somebody akifanya hiyo kazi and then you start learning. So ye hakuwa kanyanga shule ya carpentry, and through that akapata his GC license, so where angeweza kuconstruct nyumba. I worked on some of the houses zenye yeye alikuwa na construct like $1 million houses. I'm talking alikuwa na construct nyumba zina like on a cliff like this from start to finish. And so one of the things yenye alikuwa ananifunza ni how to break this mindset. It's very limiting. So the thing about this mindset ni ati we mwenyewe you're in your own comfort zone. Na you don't, like, it's so hard for you to see your blind spot. You see, it's so hard. Now what would happen, mimi during that time I was actually in deep survival mode. That time nilikuwa kwa student na life ilikuwa kwa ngumu, hata kama walikuwa wananisaidia, like life was just, so nilikuwa kwa survival. So everything somebody said, like nilikuwa na perceive from the wrong lenses. But just because of the relationship yenye mimi na yeye tulikuwa tumejuana for so long, alianza kunisaidia ku break that mindset. One of the other things is that, so let's say uko in a relationship, na every relationship ukiingia, like it's not working. Na let's say si moja, si mbili, si tatu, and there's a theme, and you clearly you're saying that the problem is the other person, but the problem is you. You see, you're part of the problem. So mimi hapa ndipo nilianza kuingia nilianza kuingia hapa, ndipo nilianza kudeal na traumas head on collision. Juu my friend, this mentality is survival mode, like it's so limiting. Na nakwambia, like, if you live in this kind of mindset, like, you will not be able to enjoy like the fullness of life. Like, watu walikuwa wanasema kitu like, and then you crash. So successfully, I don't struggle na hii mindset. Juu I went to the extreme of this mindset to where my humor is inakuanga very dark humor, and so I have to be careful around people when I sense wako like they get offended very easily. But so this stuff is very limiting, and I'm telling you, like, kama you don't accept positive criticism vizuri, like you take offense, like you're definitely struggling na hii stuff. Kuna one person, I know a few people na wase wenye wako na hii survival mode. Mimi personally, I don't have a deep relationship na wao. No, I don't. Like, I don't even know how to reach out. But kuna jamaa moja, this one sticks out. Umse niliona so much capability kwake. Niliona so much. Like, you know how I say you're in the circle. So when you're in the circle, like, you can't see anything. But when you step out, that's when you can see. So yeye alikuwa ndani ya circle, mi nilikuwa kwa outside. So I could see that umse alikuwa na so much potential. Umse nilikuwa nimeshamwambia, manze, we fanya hivi, nitakusaidia hapa na hapa. But I just want, like, I saw so much. Do you know that conversation, it did not go well. Nilijaribu mara 3. I had offered kumsaidia hata financially. Nilikuwa nimeoffer like I'll meet you halfway, but you have to do it the way mimi nakwambia. Yes, alikuwa kwa hard working, but he's like alikuwa unajua kuna you work hard na kuna you work smart. So mimi nilikuwa namleta design ya working smart, like chenye unafanya, like you can do it in another way where like we mwenyewe you are not working as much. No, manze, umse took offense hadi wale wajai niongelesha, alikatanga hiyo story, na ninajua saa hii ana struggle financially. I know that cycle ina keep repeating itself. Hiyo cycle bado it's still going. Na this is the other thing yenye nililearning through this guy. Not the guy I'm talking about, Nabongo kuhusu sasa, the guy that I was with. I was so curious how, like, mse like a normal carpenter can build a multi-million-dollar company. Yani akona company kubwa to a point that he had to sell the name. You see, sai wasi wanasema, hey, tunatengeneza houses na jina ya umse. And nakwambia, the minute he broke away from survival mode, survival mindset, na akaanza kwenda to, like, he started like working hard, but it's not from a place you're surviving, like it's from a place of thriving. Umse business ilifunguka kabisa, but it's a mindset. Na lazima you accept criticism as much, like, no matter how bad it sound, like, if it's true, na mse mwenye anaku offer criticism, it's coming from a place of maybe trust, na mse unajua, like, you need to accept it. Mimi mimi alikuwa ananiambia vitu before, and I would take them personally, like I would even shut off. But now nikiangalia nyuma, nasema umse alinisaidia sana. Umse alinisaidia. Kwanza aliniambianga one thing. Aliniambianga, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Aliniambia, the worst they could say is no. aliniambianga tumia your mentality kila mahali, any opportunity unatafuta tumia your mentality. Juu yeye alitumianga hiyo mentality na akabuild a multi-million-dollar company. You see, na ukiwa in survival mindset, like you don't think about going after, you don't think about knocking on these doors. It's almost like you are waiting to receive. You see, you are waiting to receive. Mimi nilikuwa na goja. I was not a go-getter. And somebody else, kuna msichana aliniambianga, I was in charge. She told me the same thing indirectly. Aliniambianga, you just wait for God to drop things. You see, it's almost like wewe, you are waiting for God kukuletea a partner, that husband, that wife right at your doorstep. You see, you sit in the house comfortably waiting that one day it's gonna happen. My friend, you will down the road you'll have wasted the opportunities that you could have found just putting yourself out there. So it's very limiting, and just know that if you're struggling with this, if you break this, it can really change your life, and it's gonna boost your confidence. The core part of it, it's like you'll be confident in yourself, and like you will put yourself kwa situations zenye you don't really like putting in yourself, so there will be growth.